Okay, we are live. Welcome everybody to the Liquor Store of Jackson Hole Incorporated warehouse tasting. This one is unique and fun today. What we're doing are malted beverages. Some of the things we have here, I don't know if everybody wants to qualify them as beer, except for our special guest, Mark from AB. Thank you for joining us today, Mark.
I'm from Osprey.
You're from Osprey Beverages.
They represent more than just AB.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm Stephen Abrams with the Liquor Store. We have Mark from Osprey Beverages. And over here we have the fantastic, amazing
Chris Riley.
Chris Riley. And then next to him we have the
Alex.
And Alex is our beer specialist over at the Liquor Store. So please come in and ask for him. He will blow your mind with what he can share with you. And?
I'm Jessa.
All right. Thank you, Jessa. Jessa's our education director at the Liquor Store. She makes sure we're all educated. So, starting with today, we have Mr. Riley's favorite beer. What do we got here, Chris?
We have a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Vintage. As we all know, named America's Best in 1893. I thought it'd be a good bar to set for this whole event. You know, it's an all venue appropriate beer. That I think everyone enjoys all the time, always. So,
seems like a bar that will be tough to come over and get ahead of.
Well, it depends who you ask, Stephen.
That is very true, Mark. Very true.
Real light on mine.
It is still red. It is still red, white, and blue.
That's good.
So tell us some history about Pabst Blue Ribbon.
well, it's been made since before at least 1893.
Okay.
Same recipe, I believe, and it's America's favorite and always will be. It's not owned by InBev. It's brewed here in the States, owned by people in the States.
You sure?
No one in Germany has anything to do with it.
Anyway.
But okay.
Where did it get its blue ribbon?
At the World's Tasting event in 1893.
Where is the brewery?
It's a tough subject right now. They brew through partnerships,
Oh, okay.
some of which are falling through.
Well, let's
I know one little piece of history. So at one point when it did win the blue ribbon, they used to put a silk blue ribbon on the bottle. And then I think around World War II, because of the demand for silk, it became so tough to get that they had to stop doing it and they just made it part of the package.
And it got its blue ribbon at the World Fair.
Yeah.
World thing.
I tell you what, I can handle a PBR any day of the week, and I'm glad you brought that one.
well,
Thank you.
not my cup of tea, but not terrible.
So this is just your all-around favorite beer, huh?
Yep. Have you ever seen Blue Velvet? I'm a Dennis Hopper level PBR enthusiast.
Oh.
So if you haven't seen Blue Velvet, look for it out there on Netflix or Amazon. But hey, here's cheers to everybody. Pabst Blue Ribbon 16 ouncer.
Camera woman?
So what do we have next? Whose choice is this?
That's mine.
All right, tell us about it, Alex.
Yeah, so this is Orval. This is a Trappist beer, meaning that it's
Let's pour it up.
made by monks, and all of the proceeds go back to charities, so they're actually a nonprofit. A couple other things that Trappist mean. This is actually Belgian pale in style, so Trappist isn't a style. Pour yourself, yeah.
It's got some serious head, Alex.
Yep. This is unique because it's got this wild yeast strain in it called Brettanomyces. It's going to taste kind of funky and really dry. Back in the 1700s, all beer kind of tasted like this because this natural yeast was everywhere and you couldn't get it out. So.
Did you just say you like this?
Yeah, this is actually quite.
Did you hear that, everybody?
Oh, my
Mark with
goodness.
Osprey Beverages really likes this.
Yeah, one of my
It's a
favorite.
delightful beer.
Chin chin, everyone. So it's not Orval, it's Orval.
Orval.
Okay.
There's some unique story about someone losing their wedding ring in a lake and some trout pulling it out. Couldn't find it, but you got the gist of it.
Okay.
Do you know of any accolades or awards?
Couldn't find
this
any,
beer
you
has
win.
received?
Yeah, it's just markedly better.
No.
What's that bitterness on the end?
That's the yeast.
Okay.
And it's also dry. It's also really hoppy. Like this is one of the more hoppy Belgian beers you'll find.
And we were tasting this the other day when it came in, and it is fresher than our last batch, which was delicious, but the flavors changed considerably because this is somewhat of an ageable beer, correct?
Yeah, this beer has like 10-year shelf life, and at the tail end of that shelf life, that wild yeast consumes all the sugars and eats all the other yeasts and produces an even more funky beer. So this is on the younger side, a little more bright and citrusy, and it gets funkier with age. So
It's
yeah,
really good.
cheers, guys.
Good, that was a delightful.
Cheers.
Delightful beer to bring. Good.
All
What do I
right.
do with this?
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Bubbles gives me the burps. Burpee bubbles. I don't know if anybody else gets that, but it's just
I
the way
don't
it
What's that
goes.
for lunch
I
today?
don't want to.
I had that new restaurant that you cannot pronounce,
Smell nice.
but it had sauerkraut and Peronis and
Oh, Mitzvahs.
Peroni.
Yeah, Miskas.
Miskas. Okay. So we'll tag you in there. Restaurant that we cannot pronounce.
Really good.
Yes, it was really good food. So my name is Stefan. I brought Weinstephaner. I am not named after the beer. That'd be pretty cool. This is the oldest brewery in the world. So there's probably been some breweries out there that have been making beer longer. However, this was the first brewery to be documented in 1040. It started off being brewed by monks as well, and in Germany, and it sits on a hillside. And one reason why a lot of the monks would brew beer is because they could drink. Oh my gosh! Is they could drink it during Lent. They could still drink beer, but also drinking beer and ales was a safe form of a beverage for people to drink, especially back in 1040. Water control of quality of water was not done. So you drank water, you probably got stuff living in your intestines and then so forth. So people would
Stuff
drink.
that wasn't good.
Yeah, bad stuff.
The old Giardia.
Got cheers to Giardia. Cheers. Yeah, anybody that's done some stuff in the mountains,
Ooh,
cheers,
South
has
America.
most likely gotten some Giardia. So Weinstephaner, I found the most recent accolade that in 2018 it was given a bronze medal at the World Beer Competition.
Bronze, huh?
Bronze, indeed.
That's spices and stuff in there. I'd
Bubble
forgotten
gum.
about that.
Bubblegummy. Yeah.
But I wanted to point something out to everybody before we get into the complexity of it. So Weinstephaner, they do follow the purity laws from 1516. That was just a few years ago that in Germany that they created the purity laws. And I believe that's water, yeast, hops, and the barley. And I think that's all that you're allowed to put into the beers.
Like Bud Light.
Achoo. And then also Hefe Weiss beer. Hefe means it's a wheat beer, and then the Weiss means that it's has the golden color to it. So, what do you get out of this, folks?
Yeast, really good yeast flavor.
Mhm.
Bubblegummy, like Mark said.
I think everyone's pretentious older brother Josh could get behind this.
Yeah, agreed.
Hey, I have
We
an
all have
older
that.
brother named Josh.
Is he pretentious?
No, I don't think so.
Does he watch this?
Why,
Mine's not
why
quite as
could you
salty
drink
here.
this during Lent?
Uh,
Because of the yeast and the
no, because it was approved by the religious folks that you could
just
drink.
because they said
Yeah, you can
it's
drink
kind
beer.
of like the Coke Pepsi
Yeah.
controversy.
They didn't have to give up drinking beer for that. Yeah, Coke, Pepsi controversy. Yeah.
Just
Very
like
controversial.
So, who brought this bad boy right here?
I did. Can you help me with this?
You brought a Baptist.
I did.
Tell us about it, Jessa.
So Epic Brewing is out of Salt Lake City, and they have the
Is that a 3-2
Baptist-
beer since it's out of Salt Lake City?
It is not 3-2.
Okay.
It is actually there's a 3 in it, but it's after the decimal, so it's 11.3%.
Ooh.
So it's a little beefy. I thought this would be a perfect.
Ooh, look at that color.
Yeah. So this is my favorite kind of beer.
It's dark like your
It's
soul.
got some of my favorite. It's got some of my favorite ingredients in it. Coffee,
Here, let me get
whiskey,
you filled up there.
cocoa. But it's out of Salt Lake. They put out the Big Bad
That's good.
Baptiste every year since 2011. I'm having a hard time.
Here?
Yep.
I'll just pour
Got
a
it
little
all.
bit.
Ooh,
Okay.
you can. It smells like
That's good.
coffee and the chocolate in there.
Yeah, so they actually put coffee and chocolate cacao nibs in the beer and then age it in whiskey barrels,
You're gonna hate this, Mark.
which are just some of my favorite things ever.
Wow, that's thick.
Yeah.
You got a spit bucket?
That's like syrup.
You can pour this over ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's actually.
The first time I ever had a
Well
stout
balanced.
was the Sam Adams oatmeal stout, and I had it paired with a cheesecake. Sam said, sorry. I paired it with cheesecake, and it was delicious, and that was the beginning of my love for stouts.
Do you like this, Devin?
I do like it. It's heavy. I mean that's thick.
It's like an 8 ounce. 8 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was drinking a smoothie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beer smoothie right there.
It's got an ice cream sweetness. I like the coffee in it. If it were just coffee, I might like it more.
Yeah.
I can tell you, my Baptist father, the Reverend Riley, would not approve of these activities right now, though.
Yeah, on the imperial stouts, they say that there's usually a some sort of figure on it that is usually ominous, and I like that they would use it.
Could you,
That ends my day.
any accolades or awards that this
Yeah, so they mentioned it multiple times that it's an award winner.
I believe it has won some medals at GABF and stuff.
JABF? Is that a GABF?
Baby,
You won gold medal at the Texas State Fair.
what do we have here?
Well, Stefan, I brought that because promoting a giveaway we're doing at both of your stores.
Okay,
We're
which
gonna-
are what?
We're Jackson Hole Marketplace
Uh-huh.
and the Liquor Store.
Okay,
I think it's called the Liquor Store because it's the only one you need to go to.
I like that.
We're giving away 2 Jackson Hole Mountain Resort day passes every Friday, so there'll be 2 given away
Pick it here
today.
in a minute. Yeah.
And Bud Light Orange helped us provide those, so I thought
Thank
I'd
you.
come here.
Thank
Now
you, Bud Light
these
Orange.
are all fantastic beers except for PBR. This is fun. This is a fun. If any of you guys like the Stiegel Radler, but it kind of gives you a little heartburn, this is kind of like that.
I think
Without
you made
the
Chris
heartburn.
cry.
It smells like Fanta,
It smells like orange pop.
but it doesn't look like Fanta.
Well, you had a little bit of that stout left in there, so it kind of gave
Is
it a
there
fun flavor.
actually orange in this?
Real orange peels it's brewed with.
Real
Have you
fancy.
guys ever
Yes.
been in prison and put a bag of orange peels in water behind the toilet tank over the heater
Not since the
to
90s.
make alcohol? Yeah.
You
Well,
got a carbon in it too.
It's actually not bad. It's just a fun summer beer, I believe.
And if you look outside our windows right now, summer's very far away.
Just around the
because
corner.
There's about 500 inches of snow out there, and the snow pile in the fairgrounds is probably 2.5 stories high.
Just walk through a lake to get limes
Yeah.
over there at the burger.
How does that beer taste with a little
bad.
lime in
No,
it?
it's
It's really not
damn
that
good.
bad.
If it's ice cold, man.
Ice cold down the river.
That's a
It's
good
warm.
question.
July, not that
Since
I
you
could cut it
asked
off on visiting
Tana
finally.
about limes, we have these handy
Cut it off on
dandy
visiting.
head limes, and you can go to www.headlimes.com and look up #headlimes, and you stick the lime in the alligator mouth as such,
Well, it squoزes it right in there.
and you put it on your glass, and it squoزes like that, or
No, you
It's
have
not
it.
meant for wine
Oh.
glasses.
You could try
Okay,
it in
like
the
that.
Modelo.
and then we're just gonna squeeze it. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at
yeah.
it pour in there.
Yeah, it's
Get
just wow. That's like Niagara Falls right there. I tell
Bad,
ya.
bad line.
I think you're supposed to do the lime upright, Stefan.
Like this?
Yeah, as though the alligator has something wedged in its mouth.
Oh, okay. We're
Like
gonna do it with this
like a lime
Modelo
wedge.
here.
Maybe the other way.
Okay, like
Much
this.
better results.
Here we go. Still getting lime on my hands. All right.
Yeah, that was much better.
Oh yeah.
There's the Niagara.
Oh, can you see it going into the
It's
bottle?
flowing.
All right. #headlimes.com. And
You know what's
everybody.
nice about that, Stefan?
Did I get you in your face?
You don't get the seed in your beer like you would if you just
And you know,
hand squoze it
one
in
of the
there.
other things is
It's
that
a lime. There are no seeds.
there are
No,
Is
yes.
that lemons?
These lemons have seeds.
there are some places where if the lime is in the bottle, you can't recycle it, and so this kind of helps with that,
I would
right?
try
There
like
you go.
that. That is correct. From my understanding, there are places in the country, just like Jessa said, so this will help recycling purposes. All
That's
right.
the education
Beauty.
you have to come out.
Yeah, all
That's
right.
a beauty.
Ooh, I
Oh,
saw
that
it.
was a good one.
It looked like one of my boys peeing.
Bud Light has received.
The Bud Light.
All right, let's
It's
see.
a taller and bigger can than that, so you cannot see the PBR.
I mean, that is
now.
pretty
Solid.
superior.
You know what? The lime, Jessa, good idea. That adds a nice perspective to it.
I wasn't gonna say it's gonna be an award-winning beer, but it's a fun and fun river beer.
So I guess we don't actually have to ask what everybody's favorite is because we all brought our favorites. Is that right?
I did not bring my favorite beer.
Oh.
What is your favorite beer?
I just brought a fun beer.
Let's all guess Mark's favorite.
Actually, I brought a bunch of fun beers. If you want to jam through them real quick, gang.
Fun in a can.
So, may I talk about some of these real quick?
No.
I would choose.
This one right here, Stephen. Every case bought of Patagonia, which is getting released this month, they plant a tree in the National Forest. Pretty cool.
The National Forest.
Hopefully it's the properly managed national forest. It's not going to get
Let's
burned
hope.
down.
And this is a Pilsner. Not bad.
Oh man.
Kind of tastes like Modelo.
Wait, is that cold? Yeah.
Cold enough.
Is this gonna? It's not gonna taste like the Tecate Titanium, is it?
We can
I'm
only hope.
okay. I'm still really savoring my Bud Light Orange.
And it's actually a nice
Yeah, that's not
clean
cold yet.
Pilsner.
Yeah. Nice clean pilsner.
Oh.
A nice hot Pilsner.
All right.
And then
Okay.
another fun beer for the summer. Natter Days. Strawberry lemonade, natural light.
Natter Day?
Make your Natter Day.
Yeah. Natter.
Clearly marketed towards children with the strawberry
Okay.
lemon.
I think it's more of a frat boy approach, but that's me.
We have-
Surprisingly delicious.
We have a nice surprise in here.
All right.
You will be excited about this, I think.
All right.
So please, you can jump up and down
Yes,
and
please.
hoot and holler. So I had this. I pulled this out of my closet yesterday, and thought we could have a nice surprise. So I'm gonna show you guys the bottle cap.
Oh, is it a smoked porter?
It's a bear.
Right.
What is that?
It's not Sneaker or Lager in a
That
bottle.
is
It's
not.
fun.
See it.
There we go. Well, you know what? Because Mark guessed it right, he's gonna get to taste it first. 2008 Alaskan Smoked Porter.
All right.
So
Smoked.
yeah, I don't know if
How-
anybody's ever had this, but if you ask me for a favorite beer, this would probably be one of my favorite beers,
Really?
if not my favorite beer. Yeah.
Liquid bacon.
It is absolutely phenomenal. Do they still make this?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is
that
that
neon
the
green?
Color on that.
That's
my God.
Is that Mountain Dew?
Whoa.
funny you say that. It's Mountain Madness Natty Rush.
Is that enough to get the flavor? Hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Natty Rush?
Yeah.
Sorry, not to take away.
No, not at all.
Because I do love.
You don't get smoked porter anymore. Yeah. For that act. Yeah.
Just wanted to rush Chris.
You got rushed, son.
And look, it's dark like my soul.
It is.
You'd like some of this?
Yeah, I love smoke.
Do they still make the smoked porter?
Yeah, we get it once a year.
Okay. So it's limited release
Yep.
once a year. Can you still get the 2008?
No.
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 I'm impressed that it shows
Oh, shit,
some
that's good.
bubbles.
Well, like
Is that the smoked porter?
Alex mentioned, this is a cellarable beer as well. I
So
believe it won't be quite as smoky as the first
Probably ages
when
really
you
well.
first got it, but it probably balances out because I always felt it's a really smoky.
now I don't remember what it was like 11 years ago, to be honest.
I just want to point out as
Oh.
soon as possible
Oh.
that this is a gold
Got some
medal winner.
competition.
In what?
In there. Yet again, they don't say.
Is this a nationwide competition?
It's a gold medal winner.
Hey, what's worth more money, gold or blue silk?
Blue silk,
Huh.
You're
depending
helping
on
the
where you
war
are, I
effort,
guess.
man.
Yeah,
By weight.
by weight.
It says enjoy
It's
it
up
now or age it for several years.
Well, I'm glad I aged it for several years. Honestly, I forgot that I had it. I think it's yummy. And if you ever get a hold of an Alaskan smoked porter and you want to make a chili, you dump some of this in the chili. It makes a phenomenal chili. Yeah,
So-
hearty.
Is that what
That's
you're gonna do with
totally
the rest of
different
the
than
bottle?
fresh. That's
Yeah.
cool. It's like, I think it's better. Yeah, it's more subdued.
Wow.
That's a good word.
So, Chris, are you swayed any way that you have a new favorite?
This, while excellent, I can't say has the same prestige and accolades and pedigree. Thank you, including sacrificing for the government during the war effort, as Pabst Blue Ribbon voted America's best in 1893. But this, very close second.
And I'd have to say about this beer compared to Pabst Blue Ribbon, it doesn't have the qualifying capabilities that Pabst Blue Ribbon does, or the Bud Light Orange. Like this is crushing capability. That's crushing capabilities. This is refinement. This is fine. This is where, yes, we're drinking out of wine glasses, but you'd probably want to find the proper beer glass to drink this out of. And if you think it's hokey to drink a beer out of a specialized glass, get rid of all of those misconceptions, because it really does make a difference to drink beer out of the right glass.
Yeah, in fact, this one would be ideal in what we're drinking.
Not even in college.
Okay. So Jessa, what's your favorite today?
My favorite is the Big Bad Baptiste.
Okay.
It's
All
fair.
right. And what do you got, Alex?
That was really good. I actually like the Baptist. You're right.
Okay. And we know Chris's distorted view on things. Mark.
I'm gonna go with Alex. That's my favorite up there.
Okay.
But for crushability and a good time, Bud Light Orange. Or
Yeah.
Natter Days.
Natter Days. That smells like Bubblicious. I just can't drink a beer that smells like Bubblicious. I could do the Bud Light Orange. However, I do miss the Pile Driver. I mean, that stuff was solid.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Literally solid.
What was your favorite?
for me, my favorite, what was my favorite? I would say for depth and complexity, it would be this one right here. I love the Smoke Porter. I think it is a fantastic bottle of beer, but the complexity that you get out of this beer right here, the Baptist one, and I just love Baptists, so I think they're wonderful people. So you got to give it up to that. That's just coming from the Jewish guy in me. I love Baptists. I grew up in Mississippi, went to Baptist revival, so I'm gonna go the Baptist route. For crushability, I got to stick with Chris's PBR. I always have some PBR in my house in the summertime, so come on by in the summer.
So
But
the summer drink of this tasting.
So there's about 4 weeks we can drink it this year.
Yes.
4 weeks, yes, when we melt out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
cheers.
What's a
Cheers.
better price at TLS, Alex? Is it Rolling Rock 18 packs or PBR?
We're not going to.
We're not talking about that right now,
All right,
Mark.
cheers.
Yes,
Thank
cheers.
you. Happy
Yeah,
Friday.
happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for showing up.